it's kind of hard to comprehend how cruel football can be sometimes. We had the prime example of that earlier on, and I'm just going to get into it and tell you guys. We are here with the Group H results. The two sets of fixtures we had were Japan versus Poland, and then after that we had Senegal versus Colombia. It was all to play for in this group. The only team that was already out was Poland. I believe we had Senegal at the top of the group with Japan, and then Colombia were just behind, seeing as they did lose their first game. One of the players got sent off. You guys probably all know the story. On to the first game, Japan versus Poland. I thought Japan would come through this very easily. Poland have been poor. They've been pretty useless. I'm going to say it like that just because they have been. They've been so slow. There hasn't really been any desire and they just haven't done it. But all of a sudden today, it still wasn't a great game, but they managed to get one goal and then they just both sat back because they knew the result of the other game, which I will get on to in just a second. They just sat back in their own halves really, played it around, played out for the result, and that was that. Poland 1, Japan 0. The second game, this is where it was all at. Colombia versus Senegal. Colombia had to win to get through. Senegal could at least get a draw and that would ultimately get them through into the next round. And Senegal, I was so impressed with them. They were great. Their team was playing phenomenally in the first half. They just couldn't convert any chances. There weren't actually that many chances from open play, but everything Colombia came with, Senegal just shut them down. They have so many Premiership players and players that play in Europe. I did not realise the quality of side that they have. But that finishing was basically the end of them. They couldn't get anything in. Colombia do get a chance later on in the second half, which they did do very well to get. James Rodriguez went off injured. If you didn't see that, I think it's an injury that was lingering from the first game when he didn't play for hardly any of the match at all. And they got a goal. That made it 1-0 to Colombia. That put them through. But what would happen with Senegal? Well, they were equal on points with Japan. Goal difference was exactly the same. They went out due to the fair play regulations that have just come in on this World Cup. That's why I say football can be so cruel, because that is how they've gone out. It's a bit of a silly regulation. I think they should find some other way of sorting it out, but they just haven't, and that's how they went out, due to having less or more yellow cards than Japan. So Japan had less yellow cards, and because of that, they stayed in and they've gone through to the next round. Enough of me having a mini rant about the fair play system. Who do I think really impressed me the most? And I'm actually just going to say it, even though they went out, Senegal, their whole team, they put in a great effort. They tried so hard. Musa, that was the one game that he just kind of didn't really turn up, and because of that, they didn't get any goals off, and that's why they ended up going out. But still, I really do rate their team. They've got a good team to go forward into the next couple of tournaments they go into, African Cup of Nations, maybe even the next World Cup too. Definitely something to look forward to in future tournaments. And yeah, that is what I've got to say for who impressed me. And then I think who let themselves down really, it kind of says it if you just look at the group. Poland were in fourth. They were just poor. They did not turn up to the tournament until the last game. And even then, they weren't fantastic. So Poland, you let me down. Taking a look at my predictions. First of all, we will get up the group of what actually happened, the actual official result. We had Colombia in first place, Japan in second, Senegal so close behind in third place, and then finally we had Poland in fourth. We will bring my table up, and it was a little bit different. We had Colombia in first, Poland in second. I had faith in them, which is why I'm so disappointed in them. Senegal in third, so I was correct with that, and I actually had Japan in fourth. I think Japan were quite lucky to get through. Colombia, when they beat them in that first game, they had a man sent off and that really did it for them. Other than that, Japan haven't been that great. So whoever draws them in the next round, either England or Belgium, they're going to have a great draw and it could be an easy way through into the quarters. Overall though, I only got 2 out of 4 today. I think that's the first day I've got 2 out of 4. It's usually 1 out of 4 or 4 out of 4, but we're in the middle ground today, so that was pretty decent. If any of you guys are interested, that was David Ospina's 89th cap today for Colombia, and that actually makes him the highest capped goalkeeper of all time for Colombia. So I thought that might be a little interesting stat just for you guys. That is going to be it though for today's video. I hope you did all enjoy. Remember to hit the like button if you did enjoy it. Subscribe as well like you always do if you're new around here. And I will see you all probably later for another video.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is